Hello everyone, my name is Turbo Tony, and this is normally when I say welcome to Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. However, this is an announcement to state that there is no episode of Let's Talk Wrestling this week. This week has been extremely awkward to be able to do an episode, and it just comes to the fact that me and Matt have been able to get an episode completed for you. And the reasons for that being is my own sickness. I was incredibly sick throughout the middle of the week when we, out of ordinary, decided to do the recording this week, and I was too sick to do it then. And as it's gone on, the rest of my family have gotten sick and everything along those lines. So I'm now gotten over my sickness. Now I'm playing healer. Um, so unfortunately, it's come to the point now that we haven't actually got enough time to complete it by the time that we would actually start doing research and reviewing next week's Raw. So we came to the conclusion it's probably best not to do an episode there today. We did actually try to record an episode for you, 30 minutes I think of like the worst podcasting you'll probably ever hear, and that's all going to get trashed because it wasn't great to hear, and like I said, it never got completed. I was physically unable to continue talking, and we tried our best to be able to complete the podcast, but I was just in no healthy state of body and mind really to be able to give the quality of podcast that I think that we've now gotten used to doing for you guys. So we didn't want to exactly give you an hour and a half of me almost dying, you know what I mean, on the headset. So we do apologise. We don't, as we've gone through a year of not missing any weeks. We don't go in the habit of missing episodes at all, but this is just kind of unpreventable, I guess, is probably the best word. And it's in no way are we, giving up. In fact, we tried everything we could to get this episode out this week. What will happen next week is that we'll carry over the news stories from this week, the likes of Heath Slater getting himself into trouble, that sort of stuff, and we'll carry it over and we'll talk about it next week. We realise it will be old news, but we understand that you guys might like to hear our perspective on what's going to happen there. So we'll release that with our thoughts, and obviously next week's review we might make a few references to what happened this week. But apart from that, we'd like to apologise. And one thing that we can do, if you are thinking, God damn it, guys, I was really looking forward to 2 hours of Let's Talk Wrestling, and like I said, we're really, really apologetic for not giving it to you this week. I'm going to put a link if you're a fan of video games, which I understand, wrestling and video games, kind of those fans kind of mix sometimes. Myself and Matt, we also do a video gaming podcast, and we recently did, so with a lot of other people as well. We recently did like a pub quiz style thing, so I'll put a link to that on the page, and if that's something that you might give you something enjoyable to do this week, if you are banking on listening to this podcast, maybe that'll give you something a little bit extra. So I'll give you a link to that. It's a completely different show that we do based on video games, but again, we apologise. I know I've said that a lot for not releasing an episode this week. I very much hope that all this sickness and bugs and, 'tis the season to get sick, I guess, goes out the window, and then we can get back to usual business next week. But as we have missed this week, you'll get a massive episode next week. It'll be filled to the brim with all the trimmings, as I know you guys like to hear. So thanks a lot, guys. We really do appreciate your support. That's why we feel so bad and not giving you an episode this week. Because you have been supporting us so well, and the new subscribers to the channel, we really appreciate it. This isn't something that's regular. It's something completely out of the ordinary. But apart from that, we hope you have a great week, a much better week than I've had. I hope you stay healthy. I think that's the one thing that's been drilled into me the last couple of days. I just don't want anyone to get sick ever in their entire lives. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And if you want to catch any of the news and anything along those lines, you can follow us on @TalkWrestlePod. Matt will often put up there if there's a reason why we can't do episodes or anything along those lines, which, like I said, is a rarity. But I'm hammering on now. I'll put that link for you guys. Maybe it could be something that you might enjoy just to tie you over until next week. And we hope to catch you guys next week. Thanks a lot now.